In Nigeria, oil has been more of a curse than a blessing. Weak institutions of state and poor governance in managing the vast revenues have led the country to fail to realize its potential in a textbook example of what academics knows as the resource curse. Dubai, which is the epicenter of world tourism, built their city from oil money. Nigeria is also a country which is rich in oil reserves. While one lavishes in wealth, the other one languishes in poverty. And in today's video, we'll talk about exactly how oil has led to the downfall of Nigeria, but to the growth of countries like Dubai. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to click the red subscribe button and turn on the notification icon so whenever I drop a new video, you'll be the first person to learn. First coined by Prof. Richard Otti in 1994, the term refers to the inability of nations to use their windfall wealth to improve their population's lot and bolster their economies. The rich natural resources bring corruption and poverty to a nation, rather than a positive economic development, and counterintuitively, these countries end up with lower growth and development than those without natural resources. The subject of extensive research, the resource cost or paradox of plenty, points to an inverse relationship where wealth brings a detrimental impact. Nigeria, the largest oil producer in Africa, the sixth largest global exporter, holds the 10th largest proven oil reserve in the world, is arguably such a cost nation. Dependent on their national resource exports, these countries have, on average, lower growth rates, lower levels of human development, and more inequality and poverty. They also have been found to have worse institutions and more conflict than resource-poor economies. It arises predominantly due to poor political governance and weak institutions, coming from the distinct phenomena around oil exploration rather than possession, and is shaped by the multinationals, national and foreign governments, the foreign financiers and investors, alongside the structures of state and private actors in oil exporting countries. Resource wealth can have a devastating impact. Oil exporting nations such as Nigeria, Venezuela, Angola, and Democratic Republic of Congo have seen livelihoods and economies devastated, but there have been many countries throughout history, such as Norway, Canada, and Botswana, who have bucked the course through strong state management and institutions that can stand against corruption. This is crucial because the key thing the resource cost is indicative of is corruption, a global phenomenon that is the single greatest obstacle to economic and social development, significantly so in less developed countries. Worldwide, an annual $2 trillion is siphoned away by corruption. This amount could eradicate poverty, educate all the world's children, cure malaria, and bridge the global infrastructure gap. As defined by Transparency International, corruption is an abuse of entrusted power for personal or private gain. In 1990s, the world's back then president called it a cancer and challenged all countries to strive for transparency and accountability to combat the pernicious impact of corruption on society, defining the consequences as redirecting resources from the poor to the wealthy, inflating business costs, discouraging foreign direct investment, draining public expenditure, misdirecting aid, and undermining equitable national development. Corruption erodes the integrity of people and institutions, a synthesis of social, political, and economic forces. It disempowers sovereign states, undermines democratic institutions, and contributes to instability fueled by distrust and resentment of citizens. It attacks democracy by distorting electoral processes, perverting the rule of law, and building new bureaucratic orders whose only reason for existing is to solicit bribes. If you are still watching our video, consider dropping a like and sharing the video with your friends. who really want to know why other countries with oil are blossoming in wealth, why a country rich in resource as Nigeria is still in poverty. Numerous reasons are behind corruption: self-interest, fear, greed, and desire for power. But its consequences are always the same: enduring and deleterious. To absorb an influx of petrodollars is a complex issue for any nation. Countries with this windfall struggle to responsibly process the excessive liquidity. Often, they initiate large capital-intensive projects without meaningful due diligence or feasibility studies, sacrificing wise investments. Expenditure on lesser prioritized projects takes precedence. They accelerate existing projects accompanied by lavish expenditure, then faced with rising inflation as a result of unmatched productivity. They race to absorb the liquidity and therefore relax financial discipline and propriety. The combined effect of these factors leads to the appreciation of the currency, which extends the worsening performance of the economy and renders the non-oil sectors uncompetitive as exchange soars. This particular phenomenon, sometimes known as dot diseases, results in the near demise of the non-oil sectors in Netherlands. Newfound wealth creates expectations by citizens and demands for resources increase, not just from state bodies but also from civil society. The underclass demands more social spending, unions demand higher wages for the same jobs, and the unemployed demand the creation of jobs. Bureaucracies are formed and quickly become inefficient or incompetent, contributing to accumulating foreign debt and operating at trade deficits. With asset management and determination, other countries have beaten the resource course and steered the economics to success. So far, Nigeria has failed in much of its population eyes. Whether it is fated to become a failed state, only time will tell. If you made it this far to the video, consider clicking the red subscribe button and turning on the notification icon so you don't miss our future videos from this. This is one of the documentaries we've made in our videos, talking about how oil puppets have drastically affected the economy. As Nigeria's poverty, despite its vast oil reserves, is largely attributed to a combination of factors, including poor governance, corruption, lack of investment in infrastructure and other sectors, and dependence on oil revenues. Nigeria's economy is heavily reliant on oil, making it vulnerable to price fluctuations and neglecting other sectors like agriculture and manufacturing. This dependency has limited the potential of other sectors and has not led to sustainable economic growth or job creation. There has been infrastructure deficiencies and weak institutional arrangements and poor governance, and there has also been security challenges in the same way. If you watch this video to this far, make sure you click the red subscribe button and turn on the notification icon so you don't miss our future videos from the channel. And until then, I'll see you in our very next video.